I mean, I think that's a fair question, Nana. Can you still lose weight on a GLP-1 medication if you're not in a calorie deficit? This answer is going to be a whopper, so you're going to want to make sure that you click the save so that you can come back to it. If you're new here, my name's Kim, and I am an obesity care advocate, and I have a multi-award-winning podcast all about GLP-1 medications, metabolic health, etc., so make sure to go follow that. And if you like this kind of content, hit all these buttons and follow me here for more. So I interview doctors on the Plus Sites podcast, and we talk a lot about this idea of the calorie deficit, eat less, move more, etc., and how that kind of works with GLP-1 medications, and also kind of how it doesn't. If it was just about eating less, none of us would need GLP-1 medications. We have plenty of medications that can force us into a calorie deficit. That's what it comes down to. GLP-1 medications are different because they really work completely different. They actually treat the disease and the biological dysfunction that's causing obesity. 93% of people that have obesity have insulin resistance. Did you know that? Has anybody ever stopped to think, why does a diabetic medication have somebody that has obesity lose weight? And while I'm sure there are many different reasons, including a calorie deficit, the other answer is because of insulin resistance. People with type 2 diabetes have insulin resistance. Most people with obesity have insulin resistance, and over half of them are going to end up with type 2 diabetes if it keeps going like it does. People with PCOS have insulin resistance. GLP-1 medications treat insulin resistance. Now, all that being said, movement and nutrition are very important, and I feel like I've kind of forgotten that because I'm so busy. Like, really, that's what it comes down to. I'm so busy making content, working my day job, being there for my friends and family, and I forget about myself. I forget to prioritize myself. That being said, I refuse to eat and move to lose weight. I want to eat the way I need to nutritiously for my health and move for my health because it's good for your body and it's good for your mind and it's good for your joints and it's good for your heart not to lose weight. Because I've done that my whole life, you know what I mean? Like, and it really fucked me up. Sorry, Dad. I have regained 13 pounds since I started perimenopause, and I'm beating myself up about it really bad. I really am. I desperately do not want to have to track everything I eat the rest of my life. But part of me thinks that this may just be what it's like for me, and I've had obesity for as long as I can remember. My first diet was when I was 8. What I do know is that I usually can control my weight within about a 30-pound range. That's it, you know? So I'll do the things I can and try to not have my psyche break in the meantime, you know? That being said, I do give myself grace, or I try to, because I do know about the set weight theory that we talk about on the podcast with the obesity specialist. When you have insulin resistance and obesity, your body is preparing for a famine that's never going to come. And there is no cure, only treatments. But there is power in the silence of the food noise. And I think the answer is, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it, right? I've done a lot. I've helped lead a movement, and I've helped tens of thousands of people, and I feel good about that. But I got to focus on myself too, you know? So now my part of my journey, the next half, is going to be figuring out how to do that. How do I serve my community and serve our movement? You know, take good care and great care of the podcast, but also make sure that I focus on my nutrition, my movement, my life. So that is the journey I'll be discussing here. I hope you stick around and we'll do it together. You're not alone. It's not your fault.